I am Max Perez from Digital Octopus, and I came down to Dominican Republic to buy a police car. And you know what that means? It means it's good news for all you guys that own a Police Interceptor. Follow me and I'll show you what we have inside for you. Before we begin though, I want to give a special thank you to the guys at Mountain View Auto Sales up in Pennsylvania, which provided this car, even had it shipped to me to the Dominican Republic. So if you guys are interested in getting a Ford Explorer or any other car at a reasonable, good rate, just contact them. I'll leave the phone number in the screen and you guys could contact them directly. This radio is meant to fit 2020 to 24 Police Interceptor with this radio right here. Here's a video for reference. We're gonna be going from this tiny screen to this massive 13-inch Android Radio 12 with wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. All right, guys, so this is the moment we've all been waiting for. We are sitting inside our 2021 Ford Explorer Police Interceptor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over the whole screen, how everything is gonna work, and I hope you like it. So here we go. So as you can see already, this is where the knobs are gonna be. Note, this is a 3D printed sample. This is just so I could test and make sure that everything fits in place, everything fit perfectly. Again, it's a 3D model. It's like a 3D print. So this is not gonna be the final product. The final product is gonna match the factory plastic that's there. So it's gonna be high quality plastic, just like all of our systems. So to start down here, we're gonna have our volume control, and over here the seek option, which is gonna be here. This button here, this is for the snow when you're driving. So once you press that, you should be able to see that on the dashboard. And then this is that empty button that's in the Police Explorer 2 in the Interceptor. Next, over here, we're gonna have our hazard lights. These two buttons, we don't have a function for it yet. So if you guys have any ideas what we should put in there, just drop it down in the comments and we'll be happy to explore the ideas. I was thinking maybe a lock and unlock button right from here, but I know these cars don't have the harness, so it could work from here. But another thing I was thinking is maybe these could be just switches where we can activate lights if you have, if you're using your vehicle, if you have fog lights, you could turn them on. It's up to you. So that's basically it as far as this part here. Now we're gonna move down to the AC. So in this system, you would transfer your old AC controller, which is this one right here. I'm gonna turn it on so everything stays factory. And this, as you notice, as soon as I turned it on, it came up in the screen. So everything that happens up here, you're gonna see it up in the screen. So if we put the temperature up, you should be able to see it real time. And we're gonna go back down. And everything else stays as factory. Nothing changes. That is it for this section. So now let's move into the screen. So the screen is connected to the ECM computer and basically monitors everything inside your car, just like the other Explorer, where it shows you when the door is open, like that right there. You can see it. My hood is open, so it's gonna show up there. If we want to get rid of it, we just click on the image there and it should go away. And let's start from the top here. These menu right here on the left, you could definitely change the order. You could put whatever you want in there. So right here we have our music player. So we're gonna go back because I don't want my video to get taken down. Then we have our compass, and that shows right up there. There's no full screen for that. We have our navigation home, and again we're gonna go back and we are in Santo Domingo, as you can see. And then we have our Bluetooth options right over here. So if I want to dial a number, call records, everything is going to be right up here. and we'll go over that in probably another video, maybe this one, we don't know yet. Let's see how it goes. All right, so that's basically the left side of the menu. Now let's explore the bottom part of the menu here. I'm gonna start from left to right, from right to left. So if we click on the farthest one, this is your mixer, your sound mixer. As soon as you connect this radio, you will hear a difference in audio. You will hear it. Sounds louder, it sounds really nice. We're gonna go back. Next, we're gonna click on this t-shirt thing here, which is basically the theme. These buttons here basically reflect what's on the left side of this menu here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the compass all the way up so you can see. So we'll bring it up. Now when we go back, the compass should be right on top, as you can see right there. Let's keep going. Desktop layout. If you want your column to be on the left, you will pick here. If you want it on the right, you will pick this one right here. Brightness during the day, how bright I want it. During the night, how bright I want it as well. I always turn it all the way down just because this screen is huge and it's really bright during the day, and imagine at night. Same thing here. So this is if you want auto, if you want to set time for it to change, or at a certain time if you want it to go down or you want it to go up. And then this is for your lyrics, like if you put music with lyrics on it, these are like displays how the lyrics start up, in what color. Next, we're gonna go to the menu, and this is the main menu for the system. And we have our LAN is so we can connect to Wi-Fi, and once we connect to the Wi-Fi, we should be able to access the internet. All right, so data usage basically tells you how much data has been used. If you're, conscious about whether if you have a plan where, you only allow up to 5 gigs, whatever it is going to show up here. The system also has a SIM card reader, which allows you to connect to the internet directly from the system. Next, we have the SIM info. Again, once you put your SIM card, it's going to read it right up here, and you could actually make calls and everything right out of the system with its own phone number. More options. If you want to put your radio on airplane mode, you can put it right there. This is all when it's connected to the system here. Next, we're going to go down to device, and we're going to click on display. Display basically is the brightness level again during the night. Wallpapers, you'll be able to change your wallpapers right here. Auto black screen just means that sometimes like I said, the screen might be too bright and you want it to turn off at 30 seconds. So basically once you do that option, the screen will automatically shut down, but the radio will still keep running. If you want to turn it back on, all you have to do is click to activate it, and it'll turn up exactly where you left it at. General, we're gonna press key to start. We're gonna leave that off for now. Auto start navigation. That is so when you turn the car on and your radio comes on, your navigation app will show up automatically. Always the time. If we turn it off, we'll leave it on. Mirror reverse image. So if we could put our car in reverse and the image is flipped, this is where we will flip it right over here. Mute radar when using reversing. You could turn off your radar there. Sound reduction when reversing means when you drop your car on reverse, basically the volume goes down on your radio and you set it to what volume power you want it on right over here. Backlight control. So with the backlight control, if you turn it on, your screen will be dimmer depending on the brightness the ambient is. So if it's daytime, it'll go bright automatically, and if it's nighttime, it'll go down. Default volume switch. So this is if you want it when you turn it on that there should be a set volume like 18. That will be the volume that it always turns on, even if you were blasting it before, or even if you had the volume all the way down. Every time you turn it on, it's gonna turn on 18. I'm gonna turn that off. GPS mix. This is for the audio volume on how loud you want the GPS voice to be. Launcher app settings. I'm gonna click on that. So this is some of the options that you can choose. I actually have a front camera, which I don't have it connected now, but it's wired up. And when I click on that, basically it shows me that here, and then this is the launcher app. I'm gonna keep the maps, and this is so when you click on the button here, it would just launch up the map for you. And let me go back. Lantern settings. This is not gonna work for us just because we don't have interior lighting. Mostly none of the Police Interceptor has LEDs, so we don't have to worry about this one. Steering wheel settings. This is to change the settings on your steering wheel, but right now it's locked. We cannot change anything just because the canvas is already programmed to this. If there's any changes that this could be done in the future, I'll let you guys know. Navi app. So this will allow me to pick which it will be my navigation app. Right now I don't have any, so I'm not gonna, I could pick Waze if I want, but I'm not gonna pick anything. Map data copy. The map data copy is basically when you have inboard GPS and you wanna copy files into it, you could do it right from your SD card and it'll copy right into the system, basically to update your map. But you could do this online. We usually use Google anyway, or most people will be using CarPlay or Android Auto. Van settings, if you want it always on, always off when you start the car. Factory, we're gonna go into the factory menu and we're gonna input the code 3368, which is the factory code. This is to check if your touchscreen is working correctly. I'm just gonna take all these out. There you go. So that means this screen is working fine. Original car agreement, we're not gonna touch anything here. But a lot of this has to be with the rear view camera, static trace, whatever you need to do on this. This needs its own video by itself. So we're gonna go back. Car model is the one we're not gonna touch, but it should be on XP Ford Explorer 2013. So if you guys ever reset your radio, or you see it's not working properly with your car, like your AC is not showing up on the screen, this is what you have to pick right here. Next one is the mic. It says back mic switch, front mic. So if we want the back mic, we will turn it on. If we want the front mic, which is the mic that's in the front, that is the one we're going to be using. So because I don't have an extension, I don't have an external mic, and I always like these mics better than the extended mic, so I'm just gonna keep it as front. Antenna normally on, we're gonna leave that on off for now. So HD reversing, which we're going to change it from TVI, we're going to change it to AHD, just because our camera is AHD and that's the signal we need. So if your camera is a TVI, you will switch it to a TVI. So this lets you select the format of your rear view camera when you put an external camera in it. Next, we have logo screen boot. So right here, you'll be able to put your own boot logo. So when you turn it on, if you want the Ford logo, if you want anything you want up here, you can put it in. And I'll show you guys in another video how to do that. Set screen, we're not gonna play with this. Panel key learning, not gonna touch this either. This is basically the same thing as for the steering wheel controller. Brake wire for video in motion, we're gonna keep that off. So this is basically, you'll be able to watch videos, and if some cars you need to have the parking, you need to have the emergency parking on and able to see it, so you can see the video. With this, you should be able to see the video while running, but however, I don't recommend this because it's against the law. So check your laws, your local laws, and make sure, you know, if you want it on and off, it's up to you, but be careful when you use this. Front view is so when we connect a front camera. Cancel the reverse into front view. Obviously it explains itself. So once you have the reverse and you change into front, so it will cancel out the reverse. Local reverse switch, we're gonna keep that on. MCU, we're not touching. Door lock, we're not gonna touch. Reverse power supply, this is just to activate the power when we connect to the reverse. So if we want to grab the power from here, we just turn it on, it will grab the power from the behind the radio. Volume control settings, so if you feel like your system is sounding low for some reason, you could go here and actually bring up some of these, like the music, if you want it louder, Bluetooth. Like if the phone is too high, too low, you can control all that right in here. So it's basically a mixer for the entire unit itself. USB error detection, we're gonna keep that the same, and launcher, we're gonna keep the same. USB current, we're not gonna touch any of this. We don't want to mess with any of these buttons over here. Single 360, we're gonna turn that off. That's if you have like a 360 system, you'll be able to connect all the cameras and you'll be able to look around. Bird's eye view, you should be able to do it through here. Switch backup camera, says default. I'm gonna keep it on default. Activation, I'm gonna leave that alone. DVD update, this is actually to update the system itself, but we don't have any update files at the moment. TV type, this is where you will select your, if you connect the TV decoder, so if it's digital TV, DVB-T or analog, right over here. Video output settings, we're not gonna touch this. OBD, so if we have an OBD device that connects to the system, it'll connect through here. Sleep mode settings, so this is so we can change, so it could go to sleep at a certain amount of time, so we're gonna keep it on, so this way it doesn't drain the battery if you have a weak battery. So it'll make sure to turn off everything on the radio and won't be on standby. 360 switch, we're gonna keep that off. Backup test, we're gonna keep that off as well. Settings, this we're not gonna touch anything because we don't have the serial device settings for any of this, so I'm not touching this for now. Later I'll create videos when I ask the ITs how to make all of this work, if it is compatible with the car. We went over this one. This is the mirror view. on reverse. And that's it for this menu. Let me see if there's another menu right behind this. No, there's not. So we're gonna move on to user, location, services. Just like on your phone, if you want what permissions you want to activate, everything, you can do it right through there. Security, same thing. Just like your phone, if you have an Android phone, you could go ahead and play with these. Language, so if you want to change your language, you have different languages here. You have Spanish, you have a ton of languages right over here. Google settings, which is basically your Google settings. I'm logged into my email. Backup and reset, we're not going to use this. Account is your Google account, so if you want to add a different account, you could do that here, and you could delete whatever account you want right over there. Delay power when on and off, so if you turn off the radio and you want it to stay on for 3 minutes, even after you turn it off, it will remain on with this here. So at the moment, I'm just going to keep it on off because I don't need it to stay on. Self-starting at startup, so this is basically what apps you want to load as soon as you turn on the radio, so even if it's on the background. So these are some of them here. I'm not gonna touch this either. Pretty happy how the system is working. I've been using it for almost a month now. Time and date, you'll be able to change that here. Accessibilities right over here, so if you want magnifications, everything is right in this menu. Developer options, I don't have the code to, and we don't want to play with that anyway. This is the system settings right here, the device settings, and as you can see, it's Android 12. Then device info, this is the IMEI info, and that's pretty much it for this menu here. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna go to the next one. This menu here is not compatible with the car unless, like some of these, like for example, if you want to change your Celsius, you can see it change right away in Fahrenheit. And then if you want to use kilometers or miles, you can do it right here. The lights and all that, none of this is going to work, obviously, because we don't have an interior color in here. And then same thing with the seats, none of this is going to be working. No amplifier, there's nothing to connect. So basically what we're going to be using from up here is just the Fahrenheit, and then like the system language, you can change it right over here. So we're not going to play with that. Then you have your apps right here. These you could change at any time, and by doing that, if you want to change these, like we'll hold on one of the apps we want to get rid of, so now we can add one, and it could be any of the apps already installed. So in case, let's say I want to put my camera app, so that should show up right there, and once I click on it, it's going to show me whatever projection I want or whatever app I decide to put in here. Over here, if we click on this one, it will show me my GPS. Next, this is asking me what launcher I want to use, so I'm just gonna keep it as is right now. You could put a GPS app, I believe, in here, but right now I'm not gonna touch that. I have to get into this more and see how we could how this works exactly. I don't want to mess with it right now because everything's working perfect, like I said. But this one, you should be able to select the map you want. If you have a secondary map that you want to click on it and it opens up, or an app, you should be able to do it from there. This one is our music icon. And then finally, the one here with the 4 little boxes, is this where all of our apps live. up in here, if you want to see, these are all internet apps, link apps. So this is your CarPlay, and this is the local apps. This is the ones that are saved right into your system that don't require internet for it to run. And we're gonna go to the home screen, and that's pretty much it for the radio itself. I'm gonna connect the Apple CarPlay so you can see how that works. Android Auto, unfortunately I don't have an Android phone on me, but it's gonna work just like every Android Auto out there. So this one more thing I wanted to show you guys. So this image here, you can actually put your own image. So you can take a picture of your car and put it right over here. So to change that, we're gonna press on that, and I have some pictures saved. I'm gonna use this one right here. We're gonna click on set. Once we click on set, it will show up there. I'm gonna do a tutorial on how to put your own image in here, so stay tuned to that video. This system will connect also to your USB that's down here, and it has two more that I have right on the top here. I'm gonna probably run these to my glove compartment, but over here is fine. Like I said, this was a police interceptor, and you guys know that all of these have holes up here, so I just put the USB right through the hole in there. Doesn't bother me, it looks fine. And plus I don't connect any USBs to it right now. That's only if I wanted to update or add music into the system, which I'm not doing just because I'm using CarPlay the whole time. So I'm gonna pause the video, I'm gonna get a phone and show you guys how to connect to your Apple CarPlay. All right, so we have our phone here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how to connect to Apple CarPlay. This is gonna be the first time it connects to it. Usually once we connect to it, automatically when you sit in your car, it will read Apple CarPlay and it will open up. But this is a phone that I haven't connected yet. The other phone I'm using is to record this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and look for Bluetooth, and we're gonna click on our apps here. And actually it's right over here. I forgot this had this little button here. So Bluetooth, we gotta go to Bluetooth set. This is our code, and that is the name that we should be looking for here. So I'm gonna do a search, and we're gonna go to Bluetooth, and it should be the last one here, and automatically you see it shows up. We're gonna click on that, and it's gonna have a number. We're just gonna click on pair, allow. So it's requesting to pair. We're just gonna give it a couple of seconds for the first time. Then again, once you connect this, you shouldn't have any issues. As long as you sit in your car, as soon as you sit in it, open your switch up, it's gonna do the connection automatically. So this, the first time, it takes a few seconds, and we're just waiting for this to connect. There we go. So that should be connected. Let's see. Here it is. That is the new connection up here, and as you can see, it has a little link right up there. And now we should be able to open CarPlay. So now if we click on CarPlay, waiting for the device to connecting, verification approved, and the next step should be right into CarPlay. So this is done. I could actually turn this off, put it on the side, and now we can control the system right through here. Your phone, you could make phone calls right from here. You can listen to your text messages. Whatever you want from Apple CarPlay is right in here. So this runs really smooth. So everything works perfect. Right now it's not picking up a GPS because I am underground, and you cannot, it doesn't have a signal. My phone doesn't have a signal at all. It's on 3G. 3G basically doesn't work in DR. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna have more videos coming soon, especially with the unboxing, installation from start to end. The installation is real simple. Just got to move some screws, transfer some of your parts from the old radio into the new one. Everything else is plug and play. There is no cutting wires whatsoever. Everything is 100% plug and play. That's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The next video is going to be the actual unit being installed. This is just a dummy unit so you guys can see. This is for testing purposes and pre-ordering purposes. The set price is going to be at $1,200. But if you place a pre-order, we will give you a $200 discount. So take that in consideration. The price is going to be only $999. And remember, this is only for the pre-order special. Once this pre-order is done, it's going to be the regular price of $1,200. So if you want to place your pre-order, the address to go to is policeinterceptorradio.com or digitaloctopusradio.com. You guys take care, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.